Hey friends, it's me Al, and I'm indoors today, and I'm just going through some stuff in my pack, and I decided to do a video. This video is also going out to the user I Want to Be Jew, and I wanted to go over some stuff that I take along in my emergency kit. You see me walking and stuff like that, but it's very important to have the correct things in your pack when you're camping out or hiking or whatever you're doing, because you never know what could happen. And a lot of the times, what you'll find is that some of the packs that you buy at places like Walmart, they might have a good assortment of things. However, a lot of times you'll never even use those. So what I did was I stripped some of those packs and added some of my own stuff that I know that I would use, either from past experience, which is a big one, and also what was in the pack that I feel would occur more or less more often, if that makes sense. So what I'm going to go through and show you a few things. Mainly, I got 3 packs for safety. Some things are repetitive because you will use them probably more often than others. So some is for safety, dealing with many different kinds of safety things. So first of all, what I want to start out with is this little camper first aid. I field stripped that, and I put in a reflector blanket to trap in heat if you're cold. This is just a cheapo one for emergencies. And some bandages and some things. Here's some band-aids, ibuprofen, and some Advil. I use Advil quite a bit for headaches and things. I like using this because it's anti-inflammatory. Toothaches, anything like that, I can use this. This is what works for me. Some other people might not be able to use that. Tweezers, scissors, and a pad. Now, if your wife or daughters buy these pads, these are excellent to put on blisters, and what you do is duct tape these on sores, anything, because these are very absorbent. One time I was out kayaking, I got a really bad blister on the side of my foot from chafing on the inside of my foot from my sandal. Sand got in there, whatnot, and nothing would hold that on. And I was really worried because I even had some tape with me that was all sogged out. And lo and behold, I had my wife's bag with me, and she had one of these in there. I was able to cut a piece of this and duct tape this over it. It held the whole trip, and it was excellent, and it worked excellent. And I said, you know what, I'm going to throw that in my pack. So that's in there. So all this right here, what you see here, will go into this red first aid bag, into this Ziploc bag, and be strapped to the outside of that canister. And we'll get to that in a minute. So that's for that. So for this, this is mainly emergency blankets. These are heavier than the one you've seen before, reflector blankets. You can use these as tarp also to keep heat in. And why do I have 2? One would be for the ground tarp, one would be for the top. Build a little fire around these so smoke's not blowing in, but near these will heat up nicely, and you will be nice and cozy warm in a makeshift tarp with the heat reflecting on you. I've seen that done before. Safety whistle, a compass. This is a cheapo compass I had most of my life. It's metal though, and it has been working great. I use this quite a bit when I'm out, if I need to figure something out. Also, because I'm kayaking, I take a kayaking latch. Now I even take this hiking. It's a little bit of stronger rope if you needed to use it for something. I don't know what the weight pull is on it. I'm going to definitely have to figure it out. But it has Velcro to this, and you can lift heavier things with this. So I take that for an emergency if I need to pull something, say maybe a log or whatnot, or use it to hang something up. So some of the stuff up here, I have bandages in here with rubber gloves, and what I like to do is put everything that you see up here in the clean canteen, mainly because it waterproofs it, and also it gives you a container to use in an emergency. So you have all these things, but you're going to need something to boil water in and something to carry water in, and a container is very important. Plus, it acts as a waterproofer for all this stuff, and a container for all this stuff. So yeah, you might have to dig around a little bit, but you have a good stainless steel container to boil and strain, or to use for carrying water and things. So let's get into some of these. As I said before, there's rubber gloves in here, ACE bandages, and larger bandages in here. So I put those in a Ziploc. These are carabiners, and also I got 2 of these 9 hooks. These 9 hooks are excellent because you don't have to tie knots. You just unhook and go, which makes it great. I got 2 more on my hammock string that I need to probably pull off the hammock, because I think I'm done hammocking this year. And I'll put those on here, and I carry these for water. These are just lightweight. These aren't the heavy duty ones for climbing. And then I have a spork kind of tool. It has these holes in it as ratchet type stuff, bottle opener, whole bunch of different things. So I keep that on there. Again, some aspirin and some non-aspirin, some band-aids, butterfly band-aids, some more band-aids, and then over here is insect relief, lip balm, all that kind of stuff, quick clean towels, antibiotic ointment, insect protection cream, and whatnot. A lighter wrapped in the bag. You can use the bag and the lighter for many different reasons or things. And also I got 550 paracord wrapped around a fire starter here. This is magnesium with a striker on the side. Lint as a starter, mixed in kerosene. My buddy gave me this. Put that in there. A little multi-tool that I got. Even though I carry my bigger multi-tool and a knife, I always have little multi-tools within stuff. So it's not here right now, but a multi-tool will go into this pack too, just so I don't have to dig around and look for one. A little bit more weight to the pack, but it's nice to find it there when you actually want it. So that's in there. I got pads from the store, excellent to use as strainers, making coffee with, whatever you want to do with those. Water purification tablets there. So this here is a fish mouth opener. So what you can do is use this to put inside the container when boiling water and you want to pull it off the fire. So these are fairly cheap, and I'm just gonna pull this open here if I can. And what it'll look like is this right here. You can put it inside the container like that, lift it up off the fire, makes it nice. I got duct tape wrapped around that. That's quite a bit of duct tape there. You can use it to bandage up stuff because I found duct tape to hold better. The adhesive on this is very flammable, so you could shred this up, use it as a fire starter itself. You could patch clothes, anything you want with this, and it works excellent. Duct tape is an excellent thing to have in your bag. So all this stuff you see here will be put in that can there. I got a bandana, fairly cheap. You can use this to strain out water before you purify it. Works good as a strainer. You can tie up a wound with this, whatever you need to do. Use it as a drying cloth. But all this here will be put inside the container and then sealed, and I carry that with me on the side of my pack whenever I go hiking. So it's extra weight, but it's worth it if you would need an extra container. So also for water purification, I took this bottle on my last trip. It's a water purifier and filter, which works really nice. I used it actually on my last trip, 3 days out, and I don't have any complaints about it. It has a cartridge, and you turn the timer knob each time you refill it, so it knows when when to replace the cartridge. Dirtier the water, though, the faster that filter will get plugged up, and it'll become harder and harder to squeeze and purify the water. But this is a filter and purifier, which is really nice, and it saved me some time on the last trip. So I have that also. So hopefully you enjoyed this, and hopefully I went through some stuff. I know I'm missing some stuff. I probably got too much other stuff in here, but I'm kind of working it out as what I think I'll need and what I'll need. And last time I went, my pack I think was around 28 to 30 pounds, but that was for a 3-day trip. So I had this stuff here, food, a couple pieces of clothing, and my sleeping bag, 0-degree bag because it was a little bit cold out, and a bivy sack, military bivy sack. So I don't know, that's just some stuff that I have and that I use. And if you have any ideas on this, feel free to leave comments, and happy camping.